In the next segment of the lecture, I'm going to be working through an example with you that entails a categorical predictor moderating the relationship between a continuous predictor and the outcome. So this is going to entail, again, the illustration of the different academic departments. And basically we have a theory that says that certain departments reward differently for publications than others do. So in some departments, each additional publication that a faculty member puts out, they get a bump in salary that is different from the bump they would receive if they were in another department. So there's this variability in the reward system across different academic departments and how they regard the value of publications. Again, this example that I'm going to work through is the most complex kind of interaction in regression. It's complex in the sense, first of all, of preparation for doing the analysis. So I'll go over all of that step by step. And it's also complex in the interpretation part. So we're going to go over each of those things in detail. So again, the hypothesis that we're testing is this relationship between publications and pay moderated by department. Does it vary by department? Do we get a bigger boost for each additional pub in some departments than another in terms of salary raises? Are the correlations or slopes between pay and publications different across departments? So literally what we're doing, if maybe this will help, is we're taking off the lid of each department. So let's say we have, in this case, we have a psychology department, sociology, and history. And this data set's located on Blackboard in this week's folder. So we have these three departments, and we are going to look inside each one individually to see that bivariate relationship between pubs and pay. So let's say they're in like a compartment or some kind of box, and so psychology department's in this box or container. We're going to take the lid off that box and look in just the psych department and notice those faculty, and we're going to look at the bivariate between publications and pay and look at that simple slope. So the slope in an interaction situation becomes a simple slope when we're only looking in one level of our variable. So we're looking inside one department and we're going to visually inspect that slope. And then we're going to close the lid on psychology and we'll open up the lid on history and we'll look in there and observe its slope. And that's its simple slope, I should say. And then we're going to open sociology and look at its simple slope between pubs and salary. And then we're going to compare across all of them and say, do these slopes differ? So this is the difference between moderation and a main effect. A main effect looks at mean differences. So we did that last time, right? We took all these departments and we looked for mean differences. Is the pay different across departments? And in an interaction, we're looking at differences in slopes. We're looking at this relationship between X and Y. Does that differ across departments? So basically what we have with a main effect analysis or a general one-way ANOVA is differences in means across departments. Whereas in an interaction or moderation, we are looking at difference in slopes across departments. So that's going to be really important and helpful, I think, heuristic when we're thinking about the differences between main effects and interaction. And that is that a main effect, the main question in a main effect analysis is difference in means, and in an interaction or moderation, the main question is a difference in slopes.